Welcome to our channel. Katie Boulter seals classy win over Taylor Townsend in China Open. Naomi Osaka claims first-round comeback victory. Katie Boulter was critical of her mindset after a horrendous second-round exit at the U.S. Open in August. But the British know. One responded in fine style on her return to action as she completed a stunning first-set comeback to dispatch Taylor Townsend in the first round of the China Open, setting up a potential second-round tie with Coco Gauff. Katie Boulter's U.S. Open struggles looked far removed as she showed both character and class to down Taylor Townsend 6-4, 6-4 in the first round of the China Open on Friday. It was Boulter's first taste of tournament action since crashing out of the U.S. Open in the second round to Jessica Buzzes-Monero, a defeat the British know. One labeled as horrendous, and sparked self-criticism over her mindset of just trying to get through a match. Boulter struggled to acclimatize to her opening round tie with Townsend, slipping behind at 4-1 in the opening set, but rallied to come back and seal a straight sets victory with an eventually classy performance in Beijing. The American raced into an early advantage, eventually squeezing a hold in the opening game before making light work of a break, following it up again for 3-0. Boulter was seemingly struggling to contain Townsend's forehand. The American sprang deep into the court and finding joy in sending the Brit scrambling, whose U.S. Open woes initially looked like being compounded in a tough start. But the British know. One soon found her feet and her serve to chalk up a hole to love, and despite temporarily being pegged back at 4-1, Boulter rallied to pick up her first break for 4-3. Any sign of a lack of confidence from Boulter was soon put to bed as she forged ahead in a fantastic comeback in the first set, holding with ease before breaking Townsend in dominant fashion. Boulter suffered no such issues with her mentality late on in the set, and exhibited her best tennis in a stunning defense at 5-4 up to draw level in the game at 15-15 in the best point of the match, sending back multiple deep backhands before unleashing a belting forehand dragged down the line after lobbing Townsend at full stretch. Her set-clinching game was by far her most impressive in the tie. After a dominant start, the complexity of Townsend's afternoon changed significantly. But the American responded well as the pair locked into a well-matched second set, firing 7 consecutive holds with both looking accomplished on serve. The resilient Boulter finally found her advantage at 5-4, breaking Townsend to love, who seemed bemused by the manner in which she slipped to the precarious position of needing to break, which she had only done once in the tie so far, to stay in the match. And the British know. One duly dispatched her American counterpart, though making tricky work of it with a couple of scuffed efforts into the net, to set up a second-round tie with either Coco Gauff or Clara Burel. Osaka completes stunning comeback into second round. Naomi Osaka was at her box office, thus to rally from a set behind to clinch 3-6, 6-4, 6-2 victory over Yulia Putintseva, setting up a tie with Katie Volynets in the second round of the China Open. "I told myself to keep fighting," Osaka said in her on-court interview. "I traveled all the way here, and it would be an injustice to myself to not try my hardest." Osaka, who returned to action in Beijing under new coach Patrick Mouratoglou, was slow out of the blocks and was twice broken by a resilient Putintseva in the opening set. But the fans' favorite found her ball-striking groove in the second, immediately breaking her opponent before establishing a 3-1 lead. Putintseva pulled it back to 3-2 in the second set, and the match then saw a bizarre moment as the Kazakhstan star instigated a brief stoppage in play due to a distant car alarm sounding. The umpire urged the No. 21 seed to return to play, as the crowd jeered, and Putintseva eventually overturned Osaka's deuce advantage for game point to break. Osaka soon fell 4-3 down, but that only seemed to extract her best tennis, as she went on a rampant run to seal the second set with 3 straight games. A double break in the third set put Osaka firmly in the driving seat, and despite conceding 2 quick games, the 26-year-old rallied to put the game beyond doubt, demonstrating her imperious potential with a faultless finish for 6-2 in a set lasting just 32 minutes. Osaka's comeback win displayed her elite mentality on the court, and she is putting no extra pressure on herself for the tournament in Beijing. Absolutely zero expectations, she said. Just playing one match at a time. I'm grateful to be here, and I hope that I'm able to win a lot more matches and play in front of you guys. Thanks you for watching. Stay connected with us for more videos.